Okay, so name is Scott. I'm a business consultant, IT stroke change analyst. That effectively is a role where I work in financial services, insurance firms, legal firms, and it can be in financial services or utilities. It's a project management background where you deliver change, and that change can involve anything from brand new systems, processes, and impacts to organisations. Average day get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I basically, showered and changed, and effectively tend to leave the house about 10 to 7. I don't normally have breakfast. I tend to leave about 10 to 7, 5 to 7 around about that time, and head to the local railway station to travel generally into a hub, which is Edinburgh or Glasgow. And from either one of those locations, I tend to travel around the UK, depending on where we are in a particular project and what the need is for that project at that point in time. Over and above that, the train journey takes about roughly anything from 50 minutes to an hour and 15, just depends how good ScotRail is on the day. And effectively, I arrive at my work after a sort of 10-15 minute walk, roughly about anything from 10 past 8 to 25 past 8 in the morning. Okay. First thing I do, grab a coffee, because I've not had any breakfast. So black coffee, that's what I tend to have. I tend not to have breakfast, tend to fast most days, and don't tend to start eating till about lunchtime. First thing I do is get my coffee. Second thing I do is switch the PC on and read the emails from the night before to see what the impact is against the day that I've got planned. So I would already have a anticipated diary for the day. I would review that diary and review any emails that have come in to see how that impacts that diary and what was in plan, and then obviously amend anything accordingly on that basis. That would then take me up to anything from 9 o'clock up to basically 12, 1 o'clock. Lunch hour, we don't have a lunch hour. Effectively you work at your desk, you grab a quick 5-10 minute break, grab a soup and a sandwich and eat at your desk. In between those times you tend to just basically either have meetings, combination of meetings and workshops, and a lot of preparation activity for future events or future meetings that you've got in diary, which include workshops, etc. After lunch, again, it's more the same. More meetings, more stakeholder engagement, more reviewing any output, any analysis activity, and you then undertake project management activities. So you have project plans, you have project reporting, you have sort of a lot of internal governance tools to complete and support in terms of where you are in a particular project at a particular point in time. You then also prepare lots of output for senior management and stakeholders, and that can either be both in paper format and also in paper and via presentations at various governance boards, etc. as well, with various levels of management. So that's kind of an average day. The day effectively is very similar a lot of days. It's a mix of chaos, effectively. You work and change, have to be flexible. Chaos kind of reigns in that type of environment. It's how you manage it is the important thing. And really, after sort of 5 o'clock, most days I tend to go to the gym, do a bit of sort of kickboxing, a bit of weights, try and keep sort of healthy at that point with that stress relief as well. I then rush home, pick up my daughter from swimming training because I'm the sole taxi driver for the house, and effectively I do that on a nightly basis because she trains 7 times a week. So kept quite busy. Meal wise, we tend to about 8 o'clock, 7:30, tend to try and grab something as a snack. Either collectively we have one meal between us, same meal, or we have individual meals. It just depends how the days went and whether my wife and my daughter have had their own meals prior to going to training, or whether they've had snacks and we all have the same meal afterwards. Over and above that, it depends what kind of day I've had. It depends where I am in the project. Depends what type of project and where I am and what organisation I'm working for. I may have to log in at night time and continue my work, which happens quite often. A lot of work has to happen behind the scenes. Don't get paid for it, but it's part of the job. You've got to do it, got to deliver, and that's part and parcel of the being self-employed. So effectively, that can take me up some nights from about say 8, 9:15, 9 o'clock. You could be working through to generally 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's an average night for me. Is generally 12:30, 1 o'clock. If I do have some spare time, which pretty good. I tend to chill on the computer and relax and just read technology, read new things, maybe teach myself new programming language or something like that if I've got some spare time. I have been known to do that, doing some web design and things in my spare time, so I build websites and things if I have any spare capacity. Over and above that, why do I do that? Because I can't stand some of the programmes that are being watched in the house, so I tend to use my office as being my base. So things like Love Island and everything else, not my preferential programme of choice. So things like EastEnders, Love Island, all that kind of stuff, nah. So that's kind of average day for me in terms of working in that type of environment, change environment. I think the key word is you have to be flexible, and you have to basically adapt to change, and it's how you adapt to that and manage that.